Hey guys, I'm going to give you brief lessons for this week's organic chemistry. Just so you know, there's not a lot of organic chemistry on the AP exam, but they do expect you to understand its nomenclature. Nomenclature is Latin for the rules for naming. We're going to start with something simple. First, organic chemistry is the study of carbon-based compounds. Everything's going to have carbon in it. And what you have to be aware of is you've got to keep track of how many carbons are on the longest carbon chain. If it has branches, you have to go with one with the longest carbon chain. 1 is meth, 2 is eth, 3 is prop, 4 is bute, 5 is pent, 6 is hex, 7 is hept, 8 is oct, and 9 is known, and 10 is dec. We won't go to 12, 15, 20, whatever. Although if you go into biochemistry, you will. Something else you need to be aware of is you also have to name the branches that are on there. And your little thing didn't carry them. But the branch names, if you have a 1-carbon branch, it's called methyl. If you have a 2-carbon branch together, okay, not separate from each other, it's ethyl. If you've got a 3-carbon branch, you have propyl. And if you have a 4-carbon branch, you have butyl. Now there is a 5 for pentyl, 6 hexyl, but you're not likely to see those. Let's start with something simple. This is how you name it. Let's say I have this structure, and as we've already talked about in class, every carbon has to have 4 bonds around it. If you don't draw the lines, you get marked off. Alright, so let's say this is our structure. We're going to name it. First, find the longest carbon branch, or sorry, the longest carbon chain. Looks like this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's 5? 5 is pent. These are single carbon chains, so they become pentane. Now, I have this methyl branch, a 1-carbon branch. I need to write that I've got a methyl and a dash. But if I was to say methylpentane, if I asked you to draw that, you're not going to know where to put the methyl. So what we do is we number the carbon that the methyl branch is on. You should always put it on the lowest carbon possible. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter which way I count. This is on the 3rd carbon. 3-methylpentane. I was about to say, are there any questions? But I'm sitting here talking to myself. That would be really weird. Let's try again. I'm going to do this. Everybody's got 4. Once again, I have that 5-carbon pentane. I'm going to put it over here. Hey, I've got 2 methyl groups. No, this is not ethyl. Ethyl is when the carbons are together in the long string. These are 2 branches of methyl. So I have to say dimethyl. And I probably should have made more space for myself. Once again, you have to tell the person who's going to draw the structure where the 2 methyl groups are. Well, if I count this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I get 3, 4 dimethyl. If I count this way, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The lowest number possible is going to be 2, 3 dimethyl. Go with the longest number or shortest number combination. I hope this lesson was good enough to explain how to do the plain old alkane hydrocarbons and how to do the branches. Remember, the trickiest part about this is finding the longest carbon chain. For example, I love drawing these little lines. Okay. For example, you might be tempted, let me break this up so you can see the difference. You might be tempted to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, heptane. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the longest carbon chain. You got to watch out for those things that bend at the end, because that means that they may be the longest carbon chain. You just need practice with this. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope you found this video just a little bit useful. Thanks a lot. See you later.